So how did it feel to get tormented by him throughout this show?
Oh,
wait a
it was
minute.
great.
Who's tormenting who?
That's true. If you really think about it, he thinks that my character's tormenting him and vice versa. I'm more terrified of him throughout the process, but, you know.
Really great time. This is my first sitcom.
Yeah.
My very first. So it's very intimidating doing that at first. You know, like when you say something that's the punchline and all you hear is silence out there.
It's true.
It's a very different animal. The entire cast really was really great and getting me up to speed. And I just love doing it.
Yeah.
And what do you love about Christmas? It's always about Christmas movies, but this is a Christmas sitcom, which is different. So how does it feel to be doing something this festive?
Loved it.
It's really crazy doing that in July, isn't it?
That is true.
Yeah. So we get
Winter
to like have
jackets
2
in July.
Christmases.
I know. That was a little. Then you leave and you're in the valley and it's 115 degrees and you're just wearing a big sweater, and you're supposed to be in snow. That was a little insane for me. But doing a holiday show is fantastic. I mean, I love Christmas movies. I love Christmas movies that involve family, especially like when it's families that have actual dysfunctions or nothing's like all
Like every
perfect.
family.
Yeah, like every family. So I think that's
Yeah.
something that audiences will relate to with this show, which I think will be fun. I think they'll also relate to somebody like me coming in that they can either relate to or can't stand, who struggles constantly and puts his foot in his mouth, gets intimidated by him constantly on and off screen.
So where did you draw this character from?
He's a sheriff in this suburban town in Pennsylvania. And so he's a very old school guy. And I know a lot of guys like that, who have been wearing the same haircut since they were like 25. And that's the way they like it.
All right, so you guys get right into it in the first episode. Like, you find out you're getting a divorce. Like, you guys go right into it. Talk about that.
That's reality, man.
That's yeah. I think with this show, it really sets the tone in the first episode. I think, obviously knowing it's a Christmas show, you might think it's just kind of like it can go maybe on the cheesier side, and it really isn't. It's a very grounded series about a dysfunctional family set at the holidays, and I think in the first episode it is very clear that we are dysfunctional because there's a lot of stuff happening with our characters. And it's just like, there's a lot of love there, though, at the same time.
I think that's just so classic, too. Like, you get there for the holidays with family, and, like, all of a sudden there's some crazy thing that just happened, and it's almost like you couldn't have planned it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the way that it goes. So I find that very relatable.
How cool is it having icon Dennis Quaid play your father?
Ugh,
It's so
so
cool.
unreal.
I mean, I was obsessed with him from, like, Parent Trap, so,
Yeah.
I mean, I was so excited to work with him.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's just so amazing. He's got that movie star presence. When
He
he walks
does.
into a room, you're like, it's Dennis Quaid.
But he's also so chill.
Yeah.
Like, he just, like, I think from being a movie star for so long, he just, like, rolls with everything. Like, he's very low-key, and he just does what he wants to do. Like, he has a band, which he makes great music, and he's just very fun.
Yeah, he loves what he does, which I really appreciate.
He really does.
He really was so happy to be on set and be doing this show. And it's just like, sometimes you work with actors that are just like, I just want to get off set and go do something. And, like they might not be the happiest people, but he really just enjoys it. And it was just so refreshing to like be around that and like just kind of create a family on set.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Talk about doing this as a show as opposed to a movie, because Christmas movies are all the rage right now, but Christmas
Yeah.
shows I haven't heard so much about, so this is different.
Yeah,
I
why
think
not,
it's
you know?
it's like the coolest thing because first of all, the episode in one of your favorite comedies is always like the holiday episode. And it's such a genius idea to take that episode and spread it over a season is just so fun. And I think that, it's a very unique show. It's relatable, but it's unique in that way where every episode is a day leading up to New Year's. So you're like in it with them as they are going through their traditions.
Also, like holidays are a marathon, like they're not really just like a one-stop thing. So I think experiencing that as a show is like a longer experience is pretty realistic. Like there's so much action, you couldn't capture that in a movie. And so through a series, we're really able to like show more story arcs.